North American Free Trade Agreement negotiations does kick off on January 23rd. Farmers and their advocates, as well as the Trump administration, are calling on the U.S.'s NAFTA partners to strike a deal. RFD-TV's Sarah Mock has more.
Tensions among farmers and their representatives are running high when it comes to trade.
In Kansas, Mexico is the #1 purchaser of agriculture commodities. If you were to, and this has happened to me over the years, sometimes a farmer will say, or anyone will say, let's forget the rest of the world and just take care of ourselves. And what that means is, in our state, what 47% of acres do you no longer want to plant?
But the message that farmers continue to hear from both inside the administration and out is that NAFTA must be improved.
If you look at beef, for example, in beef, we were promised that we were going to be increasing our exports to both Canada and Mexico, which we did. Unfortunately, we increased our imports much more than that. And so the balance of trade in a lot of these sectors, beef and others, is what's a challenge here. And it puts independent farmers and ranchers out there in a real disadvantage.
Secretary Sonny Perdue called out what he characterized as imperfect parts of the current NAFTA agreement during his talk at the American Farm Bureau Convention, asking farmers to encourage the Canadians to, quote, get in the game. The president's speech avoided trade to focus instead on infrastructure, which the Farm Bureau says makes sense.
You know, when you talk about being competing with the world and why agriculture has been so successful in trading across the world, you got to look at infrastructure, because infrastructure is what sets us above everyone else. Someone may produce the commodity, but when no one country has the ability to consistently deliver it on time like we have, and it's because of our infrastructure, and it is in severe need of rebuilding.
But Duvall added that he's concerned about the trade deals that aren't being made while the U.S. focuses on NAFTA, particularly missed opportunities in Asia and Europe.
Other countries aren't standing still. The TPP-11 group are moving forward, and we think that America ought to be the leader, not the follower, and we're going to encourage the president to be the leader and get out there and make sure that we're part of those new agreements that are going to come in the future.
Despite several strong statements from the administration to Canada, President Trump told the Wall Street Journal that he may be willing to extend the NAFTA deadline, currently March 2018, given the Mexican presidential elections in July. For RFD-TV, I'm Sarah Mock in Washington.
Well, Duvall says that in his talks with the Ag Secretary, Sonny Perdue, there was no discussion of a Plan B if the U.S. were to withdraw from NAFTA. He says he's been given assurances by the Secretary that the deal will be negotiated and the farmers will be okay in the end.